Hello everyone, you are welcome to another exciting moment of our facilitation exercise, SED412, Industry and Industrialization. So, and in our fourth topic, we are going to discuss about localization of industries. And in this class, we are going to examine the definition of localization, and we will be able to list and discuss factors that favor localization of industries. We are going to examine localization of industries with respect to urban area and rural area. What are the advantages that are inherent in locating industries in the urban area, and what are the disadvantages? We're also going to examine the primary reason that are inherent in behind location of industries. So it is my hope that you are going to get the best of this lecture. Just as usual practice, get your pen, your writing material, and let's meet on our learning platform. Meet me there. You are welcome to our learning platform. And like I said, the topic is localization of industries and location of industries in urban and rural area. I remain your own, Amusa Oluwadamilare. These are the objectives of our class today, intended learning outcomes. At the end of this class, uh, you should be able to define localization of industries, list and discuss factors that favor localization of industry, and show to state the advantages and disadvantages of localization of industries. Then you should be able to state reasons for concentration of industries in urban area. What are the advantages and the advantages associated with it? Also, you should be able to give reasons of citing industries in the rural area in Nigeria. Then, what are the advantages and the advantages and disadvantages that are associated with such decision? So these are some of those things we intend to achieve before the end of this. What is localization of industry? Localization of industry refer to concentration of industries that are producing similar items, similar products in an area. It is establishment of related industries or firms which produce similar goods. And a very good example is when you have plastic industries, cement industries that are situated in a given area. And that is why we have we have Ilupeju industrial area, we have Agbara industrial in Lagos, and some other aspects, some other areas in the country. So the key point is that those industries must be producing similar. There are factors that favor localization of industries. What are those factors? Number one, access to raw materials. Access to raw material. So if you see this is a cocoa plantation, and any industry that has to make use of cocoa will have to come closer. And access to raw material is very key. Availability of marketing facilities. The market, where those items will be sold is very key. Joint research and training centers is also very important. Sometimes government will concentrate establishment of research institutes in a particular area, and industries will want to establish themselves around such centers. Government policy, it could be out of government policy that will favor establishment of industries in some areas. For example, it could be there could be a rebate, in what to pay if established in this area, and some other benefits that may come from government. Presence of technical economy is also another reason. Availability of infrastructural facilities like road, water, energy supply, constant energy supply, and so many other facilities. They are also very, very important. And availability of labor, and that is why people will tell you in China there are cheap labor, and there are the technical know-how is also available there. So these are some of the factors that promote localization. Let's look at some of the advantages of localization of industries. It encourages development. That one is very key. Emergence of subsidiary firms. Some other firms will come up that will be servicing the existing firm. Generation of employment. Those who live in that area will have benefit of employment opportunities. Emergence of organized markets. Some markets will deliberately come up because of that establishment of industries that are producing similar products. There will be competition, creation of competition will drive all these industries to want to deliver good services and make produce good products. Emergence of full skill labor, that was also key. Attraction of more people. A lot of people will come to that area to live, to settle, and some other thing will come up. Provision of social amenities. Definitely, in line with the government policy, such things will be produced before social amenities will be produced before that area is termed as industrial area. External economy. There are a lot of other benefits that will come up in terms of economic generation. Emergence of interdependence among firms. There will be cooperation among those firms. Encouragement of divisions of labor and specialization. There will definitely be division of labor, and people will take the area they are very good at. And lastly, ensure cooperation among firms. And that is why we have a lot of industry that comes together to form association, to fight against some injustices, either from the public space or. It has also localization is also has its own demerits. It has a lot of demerits, and some of them we have listed 8. One, it leads to congestions. People want to move to that industrial area for job opportunity, and before you realize, congestion and overcrowded space. Look at this place now. It is highly overcrowded. Now, pressure on social amenities. There will be untold pressure on the provided amenities. Is it on road? Is it on water? Is it on energy? So these are some of the disadvantages. It results in uneven development. By the time you concentrate most of the industries in a particular area, some areas will be left, undeveloped. So that is what we say by uneven development. It causes structural unemployment, increase in crime rate. A lot of crime opportunity, will be very easy for criminals. It causes environmental pollution. Fumes, a lot of waste generation from the industries will cause environmental pollution. Target for enemy attack during war. Definitely, in most of war situations, they want to destroy the industrial base. Enemies want to destroy the industrial base. So by the time you concentrate your companies in the same area, then you have given a room for the enemies. It encourages rural urban migration. People want to move from rural area to urban area, thereby leading to issue of congestions as explained earlier on. Now let's take this class activity. I said put up any 8 arguments to justify the principle of localization of industries, and also present 6 positions for its demerit. So attempt this question as usual. Now, reasons for the consolidation of industry in urban centers. Now, we are talking about localization of industries. Localization of industry can also be in an urban area. And what are the reasons why people go to urban area? Because of large markets, availability of labor. Those one down, is very sure you get your labor. Good transportation network. They are very, very important opportunity reasons for such decision. Nearness to seaport and airport. So it's always in the urban area. Availability of finance, there's access to fund and presence of infrastructural facilities. These are some of the reasons why industries want to concentrate in urban area. Now let's look at the advantages of locating industries in urban area. Availability of infrastructure will be there. Availability of a pool of skilled labor. We have nearness to markets, as I mentioned earlier, and availability of suitable staff houses. Accommodation will be available for your staff, and nearness to source of capitals. And we also have the advantage of external economy, that is other businesses that will come up around that region. Look at the advantages. The advantages are so numerous, just like advantages, disadvantages of localization. Location of industries in urban area may build up costs. To start, you need a very huge cost because it's a developed area. As a result of various statutory regulations, the location may not be the best. In the urban area, there are a lot of regulations from government agencies. This will definitely disturb, siting of such industries. Land in urban area is not only expensive but scarce. That is a fact. It can lead to environmental pollution and all its attendant health hazard. It's very key. You can see this. You can see these fumes that is coming up. Over concentration of industries in urban area can lead to overgrowth of cities and urban sprawl. Definitely, a lot of competition should definitely come up. A very small space, you see big or mighty structures coming up from that area. So these are the talking about locating industries in rural areas. What are the reasons? Definitely, government will want to develop the rural areas, so they want to push some industries to that area to discourage rural-urban migration. That one is part of it. Provision of employment. It will generate employment and increase in production of goods and services. So there will be increase in production of goods in that area, increase earning for rural people, for rural dwellers. So they will want to participate and work in that new industries. Encourage urban-rural migration. So it will discourage urban-rural migration. Yes, it will discourage, not encourage. It will discourage such movements if their industry are situated in rural areas. What are the advantages? It decongest the urban area. People will now go back to where their industries. They will leave the cities. It discourages rural-urban migration. Yes, it discourages rural-urban migration. It encourages balanced development between urban and rural areas. Labor is likely to be cheap in the rural area, and this is a fact where there is no city. Cost of livelihood is not on the high side, so rural area provide a more peaceful industrial atmosphere, free to slums and traffic congestion. Those are the characteristics of rural areas, so it will be beneficial for the industry. It may tap local resources and skills. Some other local resources will be there for industries to tap into, and skills. It acts as a socializing factor through sport and employment. So these are some of the things that will be. What are the disadvantages of locating industry in rural area? We have stated for number one, the rural area may lack all or most of the basic infrastructure, such as power, good roads, water, and so on. So it requires skilled laborers. It requires skilled labor may be lacking, and that is key. It requires skilled labor may be lacking. Suitable houses, which could be rented and used as staff quarters and offices, may not be available. And the challenge of getting alternative employment in case of economic decline. So these are some of the challenges. You can see bad roads. You can see this picture is depicting poor electricity, and this the workers. Now let's take this activity. Judging from both sides of the coin, where will you suggest the establishment of an industry that is being proposed by your friends in diaspora? Justify your position. So this is an activity for you. the second activity. Now, to wrap up, in this class, we have learned the meaning of localization of industries and the factors that favor localization of industries. What are the merits and demerits of localization of industries? We have discussed about them, and we have also looked at the reasons for the consolidation of industries in urban centers. The demerits and the merits, were also stated, and we also look for reasons for siting industries in rural area in Nigeria, and the merit associated with it and the demerit that associated with it. So I want you to go over the video again, combine this with your lesson, your course material, then get the best of the instructional video. We'll meet again in our next class. Bye for now.